This meeting is being recorded.
In problem 2 from chapter 10, we're asked to draw the fishhook arrows, or use fishhook arrows rather, to draw resonance structures for each of these radicals. So we'll walk through a couple of these together and we'll see what that looks like. But if you recall, the fishhook arrow moves only one electron when we draw that. So let's take a look here. So our first structure, we have this guy here with a double bond and then a radical over here. So I'm going to redefine that double bond there, and let's use a different color to draw our arrows. So one of the pi electrons will move over here, the other will move over here. So we have movement of 2 electrons with fishhooks there, and then we have movement of this 1 electron with a fishhook there. So this would generate this resonance structure that we can draw here. So now the radical site is tertiary, and our pi bond, our double bond, has moved over here. So we see 3 fishhook arrows, movement of 3 individual electrons, 2 from the pi bond, 1 from our original radical. So let's take a look at B as well. So let's draw our original structure here, place in our pi bonds where they're needed, and then we have our radical site right there. So this will be our first of 3 resonance structures we'll see. So let's move those electrons around. So our first electron, we'll draw our fishhook, so that will form a double bond with one of these electrons here. So 2 electrons moving in, we're going to form a double bond there. And then from that pi bond, the other electron would move over here. So let's see what happens in our first structure. Let's see. So nothing has happened with that pi bond yet, but this pi bond has moved over here, and our radical site has been relocated to this carbon here. So this will be our starting point for which we'll draw our last resonance structure. So let's move around these electrons, and again, we'll have movement of this single electron here. We'll have movement from that pi bond there, and then this other pi bond electron will be relocated there. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So now we have that pi bond there. Let's see, what are we missing? So our radical would now be moved over here, and that other pi bond has been relocated further left within the molecule. So these will be the 3 resonance structures for B. See if you can try C and D on your own, and see if you can find all the resonance structures for those molecules, those radicals.